In this study that we just published, we were really interested in social comparison and who do managers compare themselves to when they are thinking about, making a decision about what they should do. And so we think a lot about, other people in other firms and how are other firms, what are they doing and how is that, should I change my strategy to match what this other firm is doing? But there's also multiple managers within a firm, and we were really interested in sort of comparing groups of people inside the firm that I might compare myself as an individual manager versus others outside the firm in similar firms elsewhere, and how I might pay attention differently to those different kinds of managers. When we're thinking about social comparisons, you often don't know how well you're doing relative to other people, right? So what's the interesting thing about the mutual fund industry is that performance indicators are really clear. What are the returns for your fund that you are managing? And we know all of the funds within a firm, and we also know all of the funds outside of a firm. So we had a really nice context where we had really clear indicators of how well an individual fund is doing, and we could make comparisons to other funds that were similar inside the firm to those other funds that were similar outside the firm, and look at how individual funds' performance relative to those two comparison sets might drive different kinds of behavior. In mutual funds, a fund manager has many things they can do, right? They may change the stocks, change the concentration of stocks, they may buy and sell a lot, and we tried to differentiate different kinds of decisions. There's decisions that a fund manager might make that increase the risk profile for the fund. So, the funds that they're purchasing are riskier than other stocks that may be out there at that moment in time. There's other things they do that they may just switch to tobacco stocks, right? Similar risk profiles, but different firms. And so we wanted to differentiate the decisions that a fund manager might make that were definitely risky versus just changing things around and changing one stock out for another. So the basic finding of the study is that when a fund manager is doing poorly relative to other fund managers inside the firm, they make riskier decisions. They change their stock portfolio in a way that increases the risk profile relative to a comparison that made to the other funds outside of the firm. In those cases, you may change your portfolio, but you're not taking more risk. It's those internal comparisons that are leading managers to make risky decisions. So as an individual manager, when you are sort of in a context where you can see that you're not performing very well relative to others, it's important to keep in mind that sort of your instinct may be to do something really risky, sort of do something really big, and doing something risky means that you could even fall further behind. Maybe it's the way to catch up, but there's a danger in that.